into what's behind a tragic rise in deadly crashes across the state. A record number of people walking or biking on the road were hit and killed in recent years. To find out what's behind the rise in deadly crashes, your chief investigative reporter Sam Smink went through pages and pages of accident data. Here's what she uncovered.
The I-Team took data from January 2020 to now and crunched the numbers. Over those years, there have been more than 13,000 crashes involving pedestrians. We found the majority of crashes happened between 5 to 7 p.m. and more in the winter months. Using that data, we also created maps to track them. We found New Haven is the #1 city for crashes. On the corner of Whaley Avenue and Brunel Street in New Haven, you'll see a plaque attached to a lamppost. It reads, April 28, 2024. A man was killed while walking here. That man was Yusuf Gurney.
Yusuf was kind of an amazing guy. I felt, privileged to know him and to work for peace with him and to learn from him.
Born in Turkey, the 70-year-old lived in New Haven for nearly 40 years. His friend Aaron Good served on the Greater New Haven Peace Council and the city's Peace Commission alongside Gurney.
He was an incredibly knowledgeable, scholarly, learned person. I mean, we kind of referred to him as an encyclopedia and a dictionary and a geographical atlas rolled into one.
Gurney was walking home from a peace rally the day he died. Police say a car hit him as he walked across Whaley Avenue, then took off. Good said Gurney made that walk almost every day.
I just don't think that the state has done enough to design this road to get the drivers to slow down, to provide medians for pedestrians so that that shortens the crossing distance that they have to go, and also to improve the lighting here.
We're standing on Whaley, which is built like a highway.
Leo Tressman is a member of the New Haven Safe Streets Coalition, a group of volunteers looking to improve safety for pedestrians and bicyclists. Tressman and the coalition put up Gurney's plaque and others like it around the city.
The memorials are our way of memorializing these things so that we don't forget.
There have been at least 89 crashes involving pedestrians along Whaley Avenue in the past 10 years, one of the roads with the most accidents in the city. Others include Chapel Street and El Grasso Boulevard, which is state-owned. Both Tressman and Good say they've been asking for improvements to these streets for years.
Some of those improvements would be reducing the number of lanes for cars, making protected infrastructure for people not in cars, reducing the radii of the corners would mean that cars would need to slow down to take the turns.
There's not a sense of urgency and there's a lack of political will to do it.
New Haven Mayor Justin Elliker disagrees.
As the city engineer will tell you, I'm basically breathing down everyone's necks to get these projects done.
Traffic fatalities have been steadily declining since Elliker took office.
It's been surprising to me just how long things take to get done.
Mayor Elliker says specific to Whaley Avenue, there are approved plans for the portion owned by the city. Towards the Amity area, Whaley Avenue becomes a state road.
On the city portion, we've actually received some state funding through a affordable housing initiative, several raised intersections, that'll make it so that traffic has to slow down because it's like effectively a very large speed hump there, and some narrowing of the corridor to allow pedestrians to cross.
Construction on that project could begin as early as May.
Are there smaller projects we can do right now that are quicker, putting more crosswalks in, that sort of thing?
I don't want to waste money by putting in infrastructure that we're just going to remove. So it's better for us to focus on getting the longer-term projects done and done really well.
One of the longer-term projects would overhaul much of Chapel Street between El Grasso Boulevard and State Street through an $11 million federal grant the city announced in September, though those funds could be in jeopardy with the current administration in Washington. There's no word yet on when that work would begin, but the mayor says it's a priority. He says they've already seen success lowering pedestrian crashes with a roundabout in Westville.
We've had almost no crashes on the site.
And on Valley Street.
You'll see raised intersection, raised crosswalks.
So there's incentive to get moving. Back on Whaley Avenue,
I feel his presence.
Aaron Good just wants the man who killed his friend to be caught.
That upsets me.
And the city to get to work.
It upsets me equally, if not more, that these policymakers, these city and state officials who have it in the power to make change, haven't done anything to make it safer.
There are several other projects the mayor mentioned that we will detail in our in-depth article on WFSB.com, as well as state plans for several roads. As for those maps we told you about at the beginning of this story, they will also be on our website. Your chief investigative reporter, Sam Smink, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Tonight in